also we have 10 students here. Welcome to everyone. We're really happy to have you all attending this information session about our summer 2022 interdisciplinary field studies program on Santa Rosa Island. My name is Russ Bradley. I'm the director of the Santa Rosa Island Research Station. And we're very excited to be relaunching this program that we're really working hard to initiate in 2020 before COVID. And now as we come out of COVID, we're excited about that. So I think what we'll do initially, and we'll see how this works, is we ask for people's patience because we're doing both an in-person session and a Zoom session at the same time. So we're handling the technology pretty well, we think, but we'll see how this goes. But we're just really curious in just having people go around the room here and then even on Zoom, just letting us know who they are, what their major is, what year they're in, and why they're interested in attending here and interested in this program. So why don't we start with in-room first?
Speak towards the iPhone.
Oh, speak towards the iPhone. Can folks hear me okay with this volume speaking through the mask? Hopefully. We may not get, you may not hear all the introductions for the people in the room clearly, but have a patience with us as we go around. So should we turn this around, Aspen?
Yep.
And see, and you can start us off, Aspen. I don't know if we can we see the room here like this?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's good. You're all very
Okay.
small though.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello. I'm looking at myself on the laptop as
Yeah.
well. Hi, my name is Aspen. I'm the research station coordinator. I graduated ESRM back in 2017. So I did field school back in 2015, and it literally changed my life. So I'm really excited for you all to do this, and we're super excited that we can hopefully and finally have another version of field studies.
Excellent. So let's go around the room and you can just introduce yourselves. Let us know your name, your major, and what you're interested about this program. So why don't we start right here?
All right, hi, my name is Alex Jacobs. This is my third year here at CI. And I think the real reason I wanted to do this was because I'm just hearing a lot of good things about it. Just any opportunity here I can take seems really cool.
Mhm.
I'm an environmental science student. So I talked to my counselor about this, and she said this is like an amazing opportunity for you. This was honestly like a big reason why I came here in the first place, just so like it's some really good like field opportunities, and it seems really cool. If I get get the opportunity to do this, I think it'll definitely change my mind a little bit on just everything. This should be really cool.
Thanks very much, Alex.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm a research student as well. I want to do this because I want to get field experience and just overall do more.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys
Thank you very much.
the close-up version so that they can hear you.
Hello there. Hello, my name is Simon Fulton. I am also an ESRM major. This is my second Cal State. I'm originally from CSUN. We made the switch to ESRM because I love nature. And I've done field work last semester with a endangered species surveying class. So I would love to get back out there and just get back into nature and just gain more experience and just seek adventure.
Sweet. Okay, here's your close-up personal interview.
Hello. My name is Brianna. I'm a junior. I'm also an environmental science student with a minor in biology. The reason why I want to take this opportunity to do this program is because I've never been on the islands. So that would be a really nice experience, and also to expand my field experience. Luckily, I had the opportunity to work now 2 years in research. So this will just be another addition to it.
Great.
My name is Caleb Capsule, and I'm also an ESRM student, and I really want to get some field experience on the islands, which I've visited quite a few times, so it'd be really fun to kind of go and like research that.
Awesome.
My name is Antoinette Peterson, and I am a second-year transfer student, and I'm a environmental science major too. And I'd really like to do this because I want to be a field scientist. So like, I feel like this is up my alley.
Awesome. I'm gonna go over here. I don't know where to look.
My name is Scarlett. This is my third year. I'm an ESRM major, and I want to do this because I really love the national parks. I've been to over 30 of them, trying to add another, and I haven't
Wow.
had a chance to do any field work, and this is a really unique thing to get a chance to do. I can't think of anything else. I would love to live on a national park for a month.
My name is Auden Wood. I'm a first year global studies student, so.
Interdisciplinary.
Interdisciplinary. I've gone out to the islands more times than I can count, but never Santa Rosa, always Santa Cruz. So I would love to go out there. And actually, I'm a trained photographer and cinematographer, so I want to expand my portfolio there into some maybe nature and wildlife photography.
Cool.
Thank you.
And you're wearing a NASA hoodie.
Yes.
I think that's awesome.
My name's Ceci Storia. I'm actually a bio major, so I'm the only one here.
Nice.
And the reason I want to go out there is I want to get more field research experience. I'm currently involved with research right now, but it's not really hands-on. So I think that would be a good opportunity too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm an ESRI major, and the reason I want to do this is because I'm just looking forward to my first opportunity for an experience to do research, especially on islands. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's excellent. Thank you very much.
I have an idea.
Aspen has an idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop screen sharing the slides and we're gonna put that on so that hopefully we can hear
Yeah.
everybody on that screen that is in person.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep that this way. I'm gonna mute this.
Wait for it.
Oh no.
We just have to mute that.
Wait for it.
Perfect.
Okay, can you hear us?
You have to unmute this.
Loud and
Okay,
clear.
great, yes. This is unmuted all the way up.
Perfect.
Does this mean our faces are like creepy and big, like Big Brother?
No, not yet,
No.
but they will be momentarily.
Yay.
Technology is incredible here. So,
Now you have a big creepy face.
yeah, so excellent. So let's just do the onlines and let's start with Dr. Reinemann.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Dan Reinemann. I am in ESRM. I had been in college for like 25 years. And the reason that I never ended up leaving is because I got to have a field school experience in a field studies experience in my junior year. And if I can really point to one event that radically changed the entire course of my life, that was it. Through that experience, I met and sort of developed relationships with my faculty. I got involved in research, and those experiences inevitably led to subsequent experiences and so on. And that is how I find myself here now. So I can say from experience that opportunities like this have the potential to be life-changing. As Russ Bradley mentioned, we have been working on this particular program literally for years and years now. And we are super excited and optimistic that we'll actually get to run it with all of you this coming summer. And so I won't say more than that now, except I'm really, really excited to see so many people here, and I'm like giddy, like giddy. So I'm pumped, super pumped. That's all.
All right.
Make my head smaller now.
Thank you very much, Dr. Reinemann. We'll see if we can do this quickly and move through. We have somebody who's listed up here straight as just iPhone.
That's me.
Oh, sorry, that's Ashley. Let's go with Brianna, and Brianna is a unique case here. So go ahead, Brianna.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brianna. I'm a senior now at CI. I am an ESRM major and also a minor in biology. And I would love to do this experience and this opportunity because I would just love to get my hands dirty and be in the field, and also just be surrounded by my peers who have the same like goals as me a little bit. And I'm also interested in conservation, so I would love to kind of see how I can apply that at the island.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Brianna. And Brianna is, I think, the only person who is still around from the previous iteration and was accepted in the previous school that we weren't able to do. But awesome.
That is true.
Let's go with Jessica, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, that's right. A little odd one out. I'm not an ESMR major or anything like that. I'm bio. But I saw that you guys are doing like research and stuff like that on the islands, and I've always been kind of curious about going there either way. But like getting to do research on there seemed like something like really exciting, and I was really hoping to get some experience out in the field too, like everyone else. And I'm a second year, so still kind of getting along there. But yeah, nice to meet everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to Denise. We'll give a couple more seconds. They're not there. Let's go ahead and jump to Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey everyone, my name is Brandon. I'm a senior in the ESRM program at CI. I've been doing research for about a year and a half now, and it's been all online due to COVID. So I think going to like this trip would be just like a really unique experience to see the island and actually get some field experience in, which I've been wanting to do. And I'm actually really interested in like land conservation and land management. So I feel like this would be like a really great way to like get introduced to it.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Let's go to Jack.
Hey everyone, I'm Jack. I'm a junior at CI. I transferred last year in the spring. I mainly chose CI because I wanted to get a lot of field experience, and seems like a great way to do it. I've never gotten field experience in the academic world before, so really looking forward to get my hands dirty.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jack. Let's go to Sarah.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah and I'm a third year bio major here at Channel Islands. I just saw this opportunity and it seemed like something I couldn't pass up. Some really great experience, and I'm also really interested in wildlife conservation and ecology. So this seemed like something that'd be really great for my experience. So yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Sarah. Let's go to Oscar.
Hello, can anyone see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Hello, sorry about that. I'm in the okay. Sorry. Hello, my name's Oscar. I'm in ESRM major, and I'm really looking forward to this because I really want to get into any form of environmental management of any kind. So I was thinking this could help me gain some experience, see what kind of work is out there, and I am like everyone else would look forward to getting my hands dirty.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Oscar. Let's go to Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm a freshman and an ESRM major. And I want to do this because I think it would be good to get some field work right away.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Haley. Let's go to Armando.
Let's see, hi there. Hi, I'm Armando. I'm a chemistry major, and I definitely want to. I'm definitely interested in this opportunity because it's field work. You know, it gets me physically out there, and I'm interested in conservation and sustainability, especially when it has to do with like chemistry and like that type of science. So yeah.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Let's go to Amanda. Yeah, Amanda, go ahead. A few seconds to see if she's there. Amanda, going once, twice. That's fine. And we'll give Denise one last chance. Denise, if you're there.
Hi, I'm here. Sorry, I was driving, so I kind of
No
had to
worries.
go to my phone.
No worries.
So hi, I'm Denise. I'm an ESRM major. I'm in the first year, so I am brand new to Channel Islands. I really want to get out there and do some field work. So I love the islands. I've been to Catalina Island. I've been camping on Santa Cruz with all the cute little foxes. So it'd be great to see the Santa Rosa Island.
Okay, excellent. And I think we have circled around everybody and given them a chance, at least one chance, only one person to come through. So ask them, can we switch back
Yep.
to presentation mode?
Back.
Technology is working out so far. That's good.
Hello, hello.
And we gotta mute.
Mute.
Mute that and turn the volume up on this, right? Sorry, folks in the room for challenges here, but it's all coming together. Oh. All right. Okay, are we good? Can we, can you hear me, Dr. Reinemann?
Crystal clear.
Okay, loud and clear, all good? Perfect. Okay, excellent. So, people who are on Zoom, you have the presentation up now, and hopefully you can hear me, the people who are here in person. Okay.
Hey, Russ, could you actually ask
screen on
yeah,
on
ask,
Zoom?
I think you need to ask Aspen to
Hold
share
on,
her
I can't
screen
hear you
again.
here, Dan. Wait a second.
Okay, now you should.
Okay,
Yep.
you should be able to see the screen now.
Yep, perfect, awesome, go team.
Perfect. And
A well-oiled machine.
Volume wise, you're good, Dan? Sorry, folks.
Yep, we're good to
Okay,
go.
we're all good. Okay, great. We're gonna go ahead here. And I'm gonna give just a bit of a presentation about the program. And Dr. Ryan can jump in at any point. If you have real burning questions, you can ask them in the moment, but generally we want to kind of gather those to the end from people in person and on the chat. So what we're here to talk about today is this summer 2020 interdisciplinary field studies program. So happy to see you all here. Got a lot of representation from ESRM. We've got some biology students, some other majors. There definitely probably will be some anthropology students who are applying for this program too. And I will talk a bit about some other things for you biology majors, that there is actually, yeah, there's actually going to be another smaller course, 3 credit special topics in biology course. It's going to be offered next summer as well because of some of the issues about transfer credits and biology's recognition of ESRM credits. We'll go through all of that. So here we are out on Santa Rosa Island. This is in the spring and it's pretty windy, with actually some ESRM students throughout their weekend trip heading back down to the field station. So you can go ahead, Aspen. So super briefly on the Channel Islands. Channel Islands National Park, the 4 northern Channel Islands that are right here close to us. I won't go into too much detail, but these are truly important special places. It's a global biodiversity hotspot with the diversity of habitats and species being paralleled by few places worldwide. And that this diversity is supported by this incredible human history through the recent historical period, but going back 13,000 years with the long history of indigenous peoples and their residents on the island and the influence of those peoples on that ecosystem through basically the entire period of its existence as we see it today. And so this program seeks to address both of those components of understanding the island. So you can go ahead. Yeah, this is up in the Torrey Pines on Santa Rosa. Some of you are new to the island. Just have a few of the Santa Rosa Island fun facts. Yeah, so there's actually a unique endemic subspecies of island fox that's found on Santa Rosa. The island has a few endemic plant species like these Torrey Pines that are actually found 2 places in the world. The islands were home to some pretty amazing megafauna, the now extinct pygmy mammoths. Imagine a woolly mammoth, 8 feet long, 5 feet tall. I tell middle school students who aren't interested in or why should I be interested in the Channel Islands? Imagine a mammoth that was this size. Human settlement dates back 13,000 years. And there's the islands are surrounded by some very productive marine areas and marine protected areas with big populations of marine mammals, and seabirds, and other species. We were out yesterday with some staff, and there were lots of whales and dolphins around. And there's one more here, which is the Chumash name. The indigenous name of the islands is actually Nima, which means driftwood, which was a very important resource for the early peoples on the islands. So you can go ahead. This is the second largest island off the coast of California. It's about 84 square miles. So we'll talk a bit briefly about the research station program that was started in 2014. I think the station opened in 2015, correct? And you can go ahead. Basically what we do is we support natural and cultural resource based research and education. We work to build, we build inquiry-centered educational partnerships. We really try to engage a wide group of stakeholders in discovery and dissemination. We want to inspire and transform participants and the community and society in general, promote the stewardship of resources, and encourage a broad sharing of interdisciplinary knowledge. So our research station facility on the island, which is one of only 11 university-run research stations in national parks in the United States of America, and our university, which is the youngest and smallest of the CSUs, has one of these unique arrangements, which is truly special. Go ahead, you can see some of our facilities there. In terms of physical structures that we manage on the island, we have this bunkhouse, we have accommodations for up to 36 people. We have a small laboratory, we have equipment for researchers and students to do work out there. Go ahead. So what do we do with the research station? So we are like a unique microcosm of the university situated in our remote island setting. Our program is its own separate department, and then we work with a lot of all the different departments on campus. We support the curriculum and research activities of numerous academic programs and majors at Channel Islands and other institutions. And we offer our own educational outreach programming. So we do a lot of work with both classes here at CI, high schools, middle schools, and we operate this separate physical campus with its own logistics support. So we go ahead. And so one of the things we do is support student research, capstone research, and among others. And so that is a wide, broad spectrum. And so these are all actually students who have worked on senior capstone projects on the island, from microplastics to large tree demography to remotely operated vehicles to vegetation studies to actually some interdisciplinary work with the art department out there. And so that is research that we have regularly supported. And I think we go to the next one. Oh, go back one. Go back one. Yeah, here's a fox. I think this fox actually may be on Catalina Island. We value the educational work, the classroom programs that we can do on the island, and the independent research that we can do for students that we support for students in their senior year doing capstones. But one thing that has been done at the station in the past, but not for many years, is this idea of how we can offer other programs that are like all programs at the island have great value and are really unique experiences, whether that's a day trip, whether that's a 3-day trip with a classroom program, whether that's multiple trips to the island for capstone research. But what we are talking about here is a more intensive program to basically teach complete courses in a short period of time and to have a truly immersive experience. And as Dr. Reinemann said, those experiences can be very valuable for those of you who want to pursue these kind of field studies. So I've been here at Channel Islands for 3 years. For the previous 17 years, I was the program leader and then biologist for a long-term research project on the island 30 miles west of San Francisco. Did my master's in wildlife ecology, have a lot of field experience across many different areas. But one of the main reasons that I stayed in this field was being able to do an intensive, actually semester-long field experience. So you can go to the next slide. This is my embarrassing slide. This is in 1997, the fall. This is me down here.
Look, there he is.
And I was in a full semester-long fall studies program at a place called Banfield Range Station. I'm from Canada. It's on the west coast of Vancouver Island by the 5 Western Canadian universities. And we were 20-some students. We did full 15 credits, independent research. We did 3 credit courses in 3 weeks. We went from Labor Day to December, and it was a truly immersive environment and an amazing setting, an opportunity to do research, an opportunity to learn from great faculty, great TAs, and it's one of the reasons why I stayed in science. And we are trying to figure out how we can bring these, we can't bring exactly the same kinds of experiences here, but these types of experiences for our students we think are very valuable. So you can go ahead. So what we're doing here is this summer program, which is interdisciplinary, and the courses that we're teaching are ESRM and anthropology field studies. So this is, we kind of go super broad overview here. We get into a bit of the details, and you're more than welcome as we get through this to ask specific questions. So what this program is, this is going to occur in the summer semester in June of 2022, hopefully. And let me preface all this with, we were set up to do this program in 2020. We obviously weren't able to do it with COVID. That got shelved in 2021. Our plan right now is we are planning to move forward with this program as originally planned, with the densities originally planned. We don't feel that we can really, like now at the field station, under current right now policies, because they're not allowing shared accommodation, we have a maximum capacity of 10 people instead of 36. So we need higher density to be able to do that. And we hope that given the way things are headed, that should be doable, but this is just to acknowledge the reality that we're all living in right now. And we hope that we're going to be able to do this without restrictions. So these are 2 classes that are taught basically almost over a month, pretty much almost the entire month of June. So it's actually going to be 3, I think it's 3 weeks in a day. Maybe it's even 2 days. Yeah, it's like the Saturday and the Monday I'm on the island. So this is an interdisciplinary program, and the courses are focusing for ESRM and anthropology majors. That doesn't mean that we preclude other majors from applying and being part of this program. We're going to, evaluate the applications that we get in, but the primary focus is going to be on those students in those 2 majors, and we have a very strong representation from ESRM today. So what this is 2 classes that everyone takes both of them. There's 365, which I know has not been offered here in many years, which was usually talking to Jen Perry, who's going to be part of this class. In anthropology, this is a double listed class in ESRM and anthropology on the natural and cultural history of the Channel Islands. That's a 3-unit class. The other is 351, which all you ESRMs are required to take. This is a field methods class, and methods following assessment, 4-unit class. You need to meet the prerequisites of this, or especially for your ESRM majors, you need to work with your faculty and with your program advisors about getting permissions to be able to take these courses. We can go ahead. We want to select 20 students, and we will select 20 students, and hopefully with the interest that we have here, we will have alternates as well. All will take both courses, and basically this is a continuous program. So we will work, and there will be some periods where you have time to work on other things, and we're working 24 hours, but it's a very intensive program. But there's no weekends off. There's no, I can't do the beginning of the on-campus part. Everyone has to be able to commit for this entire period. One thing that we are offering in this, and I'll talk about some of the things that are covered.
Dan wants to jump in.
Oh, sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to
Dan.
jump in I hope everybody can hear
Hold
me.
on, we can't hear you in the room. We got to switch.
This maybe. Talk?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah,
Go for it.
go for it.
So I just want to say that we absolutely welcome students from all majors, and both of these classes that we're officially offering through the program are interdisciplinary in nature and benefit from the contributions that students from all majors can make. However, in terms of major requirements for graduation, the courses that ESRM 351 and 365, those courses satisfy requirements in the ESRM and anthropology majors. And so students in biology and chemistry, it's possible, or global studies, it's possible that these courses will fulfill elective requirements for you. but not necessarily. And so that's something that you'll need to
I'm gonna
look
talk about that
into
in 1 second.
with your program, your faculty advisor in your program. I'm the faculty advisor for ESRM, and I can tell you that ESRM, the 351 field methods will absolutely fill a requirement for all ESRM students. And 365 will fulfill an elective for all ESRM students, regardless of your emphasis. So these are not, they're not extra units. They are units towards your major if you're an ESRM student. And I can answer questions, offline questions if people are curious about their course of study. Come and talk to me.
Did everyone in the room hear that clearly enough? Okay, great, excellent. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Russ.
Dr. Reinemann, so you gotta do a switcher. Are we good? Okay, you can go ahead. Oh, so within this course, we are going to do and provide a 2-day wilderness first aid training on the island, integrated into the class, which these types of courses, I know some of you may or may not have taken them or be considering taking them, but doing these kinds of things in the field is like a whole different experience. The costs of that are being covered by this program internally and are not being passed along to students as well. That's another benefit that's being put in there. I'm curious if anyone here has done that kind of training yet or not. Great, all sorts of opportunities. Sorry, folks online, some may have. But you can go ahead here, ask them. I think I have. Yes. So to address what Dr. Reinemann talked about and the biology SRM, the original thing with this program was to try to have these courses cross-listed in biology as well. At least in 2020 and the way it looks now, that is not the case. So if biology majors are to take this program, I think it's still incredibly valuable, but it is sort of elective credits. We were planning to do this originally in 2020 and then in 2021, having a biology specific group that would do 1 3-credit course, which is going to be a special topics in biology on the island, which will have 2 weeks on the island. And now, because of the COVID delays, we are planning on doing this in 2020 as well. And so that is with Dr. Julie, Van May, and Alvarado in biology, and I'm working with them. Actually, we have a meeting coming up soon. We'll be going through the same type of process. They are going to be more leading those efforts directly than me at the research station, but just so that folks know, there will be some information coming about that. That will be just a 3-credit course. It will be shorter in duration. The tuition will be less expensive, but there will also be, when I talk about the things that are covered here in terms of transportation, food, all that, and even some of the scholarships, there will be some level of support for that program as well. But that's just to let the biology students know. While I also still think if you can work it within your credits, getting the field methods class as a biology major, getting this kind of experience as a biology major, if you're really interested in field biology, is extremely valuable. So go ahead. So who is teaching this class? We are, even Dr. Reinemann is going to be an instructor of record, but this course is going to be led by multiple people, 3 people. Myself, so I'm the director of Rosa Research Station. I've worked as a field biologist for 20 years. A lot in the marine systems, island systems, trained hundreds of people, interns, students in these sorts of things. I will be on island for the entire. I will be with this program for the entire duration of it. Dr. Reinemann from ESRM, who's done a lot of field work, who's here on the call, will be leading up. Will be helping us with the courses as well. We'll be spending a fair amount of time on the island. And also Dr. Jennifer Perry, who's in anthropology, and actually now she's Associate Vice President with this new unit in the university, which is called High Impact Practices and Experiential Education. She has been working on the Channel Islands as an archaeologist. She's 18 years old, and she is fantastic. She used to teach the 365 class here, and so she will be working with us as well.
She literally wrote the book on Channel Islands archaeology.
Of that, but we will all be working together to teach this course. So what are we talking about? What's involved? All right, what's going to happen here is this thing is going to start and finish on campus, and I'll get another slide that has more details on that. And this is just to mention for everyone both here and online. We are recording this, and this will be available. This presentation will be available on their YouTube channel through the research station's website. And you can also, there's contact information at the end here where you get more details, and also when you do intend to apply, you'll be able to list more details. We start and finish on campus. Few days on either end. The majority of this program is on island. We are the primary instructors, most of you people you saw, but we were also, part of the cool thing about getting the funding for this program is we were able to bring out some subject experts and people to do specific shorter term modules that are part of the class. And there probably will be other support from staff of the research station part of this. So to be very clear, this type of program involves strenuous physical activities, long days conducting research and class activities, often in backcountry settings, potentially harsh weather, living in close proximity with students and instructors, sharing in field camp life duties. So incredibly rewarding, incredibly valuable, incredibly able to meet those goals you have. But if anyone had any illusion that there's going to be a lot of time off or opportunities to sit on the beach out on Santa Rosa, I mean, there'll be times you sit on the beach doing this kind of work, but this is definitely not a vacation. And I don't know, ask them if you had any comments as someone who did one of the original field schools that was just 10 students and like kind of duct tape and baling wire, but like you all went through these types of experiences, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Not a vacation.
All right, go ahead. There's one more bullet on here. Okay, there will be group project work that's conducted in the last week on the island. They're not capstone projects, they're not that scale and scope, but there will be components of classroom, field activities every single day, and then groups working on specific projects in that last week, and then coming back to campus and presenting on those. So go ahead. Okay, so what does this look like? We actually just nailed down the dates on some of this. All of this information, when you do the intent to apply, it's all there, and you can access all that. So if you don't want to have to scribble it down, no, actually, I just said that, but the intent to apply doesn't have these dates yet. This will all be in the full application. This is going to start at the very beginning of June, which is a Wednesday. The Wednesday to Friday, June 1st to 3rd, are going to be on campus, and they are going to be involved with a lot of orientation and prep work. Go ahead. Next bullet. Okay, we are going to be on the island for over 21 days. This is a Saturday to the Monday of the 27th. So that's continuously on Santa Rosa Island at the research station. 20 students. Most of the students will be, you'll be in the accommodation where you share a room with one other person who have workspace there. We are doing, we are all, before we'll do a big massive shop, we'll have resupplies, people will be involved with the cooking, maintenance of the station, that sort of thing. So most of this is on the island. And then at the end, there's a couple days on campus, the Tuesday and the Wednesday. I think it's to the 29th. That should come up here. Go ahead and advance it. Okay, this is like wrap up on campus, final presentations, final, evaluations of the classes and such. So go ahead. So what does this cost? There's a private donor who has funded the majority of this program, and I feel very passionately that these type of experience should be made available for our students, and we can do the best way possible to make that happen. When Aspen did the program, you were, I think,
Expensive.
it was very
Two jobs.
expensive.
2 jobs.
Yeah, Aspen did 2 jobs to do it. They had to pay the tuition, which is what we'll talk about, which is the only thing students have to pay, but you were also paying for your transportation and food and such.
Yeah.
So the donor and the university and the program is covering all the operational costs for this. So the housing costs, the boat fares to get there and back, all of the food for that period. The wilderness first aid course that's included in this, research supplies and equipment are covered by the program. No students have to pay anything for that. The only cost to students are the tuition costs. And so I don't know if you all know how this system works here in the summer. Tuition is different than it is in the regular year because it's run through this different program called Extended University. It is much more expensive. And this has gone up, and I have to figure out exactly what this is. But basically for 7 units, what this is looking at is to be about $3,000, which is definitely a lot of money. But if you do look at these types of programs at other institutions, in terms of what you're getting out, even if you had to pay the full amount, that's still a pretty amazing opportunity. Given that, go ahead. Part of the funding for this involves a lot of scholarship support to support student tuition. So there's two different types of the scholarships. You're going to have 3 full tuition scholarships that will pay for everything. Will pay the entire tuition cost. There will be no cost to the students at all for these 7 units and this pretty much month-long program. Well, one thing I should have mentioned there too, the on-campus part, we are also going to provide housing on campus and food during those days on campus. That is part of this program as well. The full scholarships will be awarded to strong candidates, but very demonstrated strong financial need. There's going to be part in the application scholarship that includes that, and you have to be willing. After that, the ones that are selected, you just confirm that status with financial aid. But there are three of those. And so there's 20 students total. Most students in this program, or at least half of the students, are going to get some kind of tuition support. There'll be several, I don't quite know if it could be 9 if we look at what the numbers are, but between 7 and 9 partial merit-based scholarships. So students who apply for these and will get a scholarship that will basically cover 1/3 of that tuition cost. So this is the support that we have in the applications. There'll be opportunities for you to apply for these scholarships. Those will be announced when the decisions are announced. So you can go ahead. Okay, and if anyone, and in the future, we do have a lot of military veteran students with us who are under the GI Bill. Your tuition for this program will be covered by your current tuition benefits. I've clarified that with our veterans programs. So therefore, the GI Bill veteran students are not eligible for scholarships, but will not incur any of the tuition costs. So go ahead. So this seems interesting. I may have some questions, but how does this work to apply? Okay. The first thing is, we're going to put up a QR code here in a second that everyone can come and scan online, and everyone can get their phones out and view, which is what we call the intent to apply form. This is you're interested in the program. It's going to take you about 2 or 3 minutes, which basically goes through, lists your name. You have to sort of check a few boxes where you know that you understand what we're talking about here in terms of the time commitment and in terms of the expectations. And if people are interested in this, we encourage you to fill this out as soon as possible. And that also gets you in a group that we will be directly communicating with around the application process and the best way to continue to get information about this program. There's a QR code for that that's going to come up on the next slide. So that's open now. There's another information session, October 20th. The full application period opens November 1st to January 3rd. So you have 2 months. So no one can claim that they did not have enough time to be able to apply for this program. There'll be a full online application process to require cover letter, CV or resume, transcripts, contacts for references, and the scholarship application. So this period is basically going to be open till New Year's. Then we will review those applications and make decisions. And at the latest, by the first day of the spring semester, which is Monday, January 24th, there will be, announcements of the student selections, scholarships, alternates, and we'll hopefully have a narrow window for acceptance there. But this allows, and I know this is something that Dr. Reinemann has brought up, some of you, particularly in the SRM, who have, say, the requirement of the field methods course that you need to graduate, and you need to get it for sure. You'd like to take it in the summer semester here, but you may, just to hedge your bets, register for it for the spring semester. If we give you this information by this time, you're able to drop classes without penalty. And so this is the general timeline for application. And go ahead. This is how you get there. So this is the time to get your phones out. What's that? Oh, totally, for sure. Okay, or do you want me to cover that, or do you want to? Oh, yeah. Okay, great.
I can do it at the end, Russ.
Once I get down, I will have my mouse here and unmute him.
For sure. So Dr. Reinemann wants to talk a bit about the role of the cultural resources in part of this, and having Dr. Jen Perry be a part of this. She is an expert in this area. This is extremely important, even for all you ESRM majors, to really understand like the extent of the history and the value of this part of the training. So I'll pass it over to Dr. Reinemann.
Can everybody hear me crystal clear?
Pause 1 second, Dan. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Speak
so
loud. My computer doesn't have good audio.
okay, I'll do my best. So that's actually not what I wanted to speak to, but I will speak to it briefly, just to elaborate on what Russ said. That
Sorry, guys.
am I coming through?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It is an enormous privilege for us to be able to go into a place that is now a national park, but that has a really deep and rich cultural history that is like not ours. And so that's an element of the experience that we're definitely going to work really hard to give you. And we'll talk more about that as the semester or as the program progresses, and it'll be wonderful for you to have access to Dr. Perry, who's not in the classroom so much these days, and to some of the other cultural practitioners and Chumash elders that are going to get involved in this program. So that's really special. And I just wanted to flag that it's extraordinary to have the opportunity to spend a month in a national park like this with such a deep and rich cultural heritage. The other thing I just wanted to say generally, while you flash up your phone and you look at this QR code, I just want you to consider, I mean, like, make no mistake, you're going to work your asses off in this program, right? This is going to be
You're gonna cry.
hard work. A typical day, maybe you wake up at 6, make lunch, have breakfast. We hit the trail at 7. We hike 5 miles. We tromp around in the bushes. We collect data all day with a break for lunch. We get home just in time for you to cook dinner for yourselves, clean up everything, enter your data, make the plan for the next day, go to bed and repeat. And you're going to do that every day for 22 straight days, right? There is, when you have the opportunity to go into an environment like this for the purposes of like learning and collecting data and learning how to collect data, right? Like there's no downtime. You can't waste an instant. And so just keep that in mind as you're filling out your intent to apply. And then the last thing that we just want to make clear as you're filling out the intent to apply and you're looking ahead to the actual application, right? We don't want the application process to be onerous. We want this to be as quick and easy as possible. Don't phone it in, right? Like, do good work because it's going to be competitive, but don't not apply because you're worried that the application is going to take too long or something. Set aside a couple hours between now and 2 months from now to get it done and put your best foot forward. But it shouldn't be an overwhelming or challenging or overly time-consuming process. And that's all I had to say at this juncture.
Thanks, Dan.
Great. Thank you very much, Dan.
Yep, I'll be here all night.
One more thing here. So yeah, I'll just echo that point from Dr. Reinemann that this is an incredibly rewarding experience. But when I did this type of program, like I had, in some ways I had so much fun, but I had never worked as hard in my life. So be prepared for that. And it is challenging and there will be high expectations, but there will also be opportunities that students who go to the island for 3 days will never have, or even doing capstone research. So this is an opportunity. There are resources available to help support you in this opportunity. So like in a lot of things at CI, take advantage of the time that you have here and the opportunities that are in front of you if you think that this is something that you can really commit to. So so hopefully the folks at Zoom have scanned that, folks here everybody gotten that on their phone, and we'll go ahead and turn it over to some questions. Let's start in the room here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't get into the text with
Oh, so because it's a Microsoft, you have to enter your CI
Yeah.
login.
I don't know what everyone else's problem is. He says that it says he doesn't have permission to edit. I have a staff email and it's letting me edit it, but not submit it.
So that's a good question. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what you would, oh, does this still have the responses linked to it, Aspen? Because we just need the question, like they have access to the responses too.
Oh, I don't know, maybe my.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ask other questions.
Yes, so yes, we think there's a bit of an issue with it there, but we'll work to resolve it, because yeah, that should just be the answer, that shouldn't have the responses in it. And it's basically, this is the first time that we've shown it, so we'll get that resolved. Any other questions that folks had? So for the folks online, we just realized, and we may have sorted this out,
Put it
but
in the chat and then.
yeah. Well, there's-
I'll give you guys the.
Is the QR code gonna be on email, because I can't do it on my phone, like I can't.
That's why we're putting it in the chat.
Yeah, so basically, we're gonna
In the
include,
chat.
so the QR code is being added to the chat. And I suggest that you save this link, because we are just realizing that there's a technical problem here, that we have both the input and the responses, and we should only have one of those. We'll get that resolved by tomorrow, probably. So don't.
Yeah, it's, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys, and it's in the chat for them.
Okay, great.
But I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
All right.
Share it.
Okay. So this link should be the same, but Aspen, are you cool saying that like by this, we should be able to get this resolved by tomorrow?
Yeah, you can, send it back.
Yeah. Yeah. And we will distribute it back out again, but basically we have a technical thing to sort out, but this should be up and operational by tomorrow. And again, please get that in. So you had another question from the chat? I think, or. Any other questions?
No questions.
Okay. Anything else, anyone, about the nature of the program, requirements, all that cost and stuff? Straightforward, hopefully. All right, so it seems like at least right now, someone just put in something.
Not sure if I missed this, but are there any prerequisite courses?
Okay, so I think we can look up, and that'll be in the application. There are some, I know there's prerequisites for the field methods class, and there may be one for the 365 for the natural and cultural history, but I know that can be with permission of the instructor. But I will turn that over to Dr. Reinemann to talk about prereqs, particularly for field methods.
Yeah, just briefly, if you're Aspen, you're still sharing your screen with everybody, just FYI.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to figure out 13 things. Okay, can you guys do that?
Yeah.
So ESRM students, if you're in your sophomore, junior year, there probably won't be any problem with the field, with the prerequisites. If there is a prerequisite for 365, it might just be ESRM 100. But again, right, our goal is to make this program accessible to sort of students from all walks. And if you put together a good application and you're committed to sort of the goals of the objectives of this program, and you have some pretty basic qualifications, we won't take prerequisites into account in terms of accepting you into the program. And at that point, it'll be really straightforward to give you the requisite permission codes to actually enroll in the classes. So don't stress the prereqs unless this is your first day on campus and you've never heard of any of this, in which case you might need to dial in.
You should talk to.
And if you can unmute Russ's iPhone so the radio audience can tune back in, that'd be great.
You should be back up now. Go ahead.
The first two questions are general questions. Is it native nature? Yeah. Or
Is which?
Question 1 and 2. There's no question.
I'm gonna say name and
Thank you.
I think these are questions about the.
Yes.
QR code. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we will review those, but yes, they are personal identifiers. So. Yeah. Don't submit yet. These look like pretty easy edits, and this should be up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing
Yeah.
right
Yeah, but did that code work?
now.
Cool. And did you share that? Did you share that on the chat? Perfect. Great. So the proper QR code is now in the chat. The one that I had with the dinosaur was not the right one. So thank you.
It's a link in the chat.
Yeah, it's a link in the chat. So any other questions? It's about the program, the nature of how this all works, requirements, any of that seem interesting, seem daunting? Thoughts, anything? All right, well, we will make those, adjustments on the first two questions, and the form should be available by tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah, awesome. Great. So yeah, anything else from folks on the Zoom in terms of questions, things in the chat?
Someone wrote in the chat, what's the weather like?
What's the weather
that again?
like?
Oh. What's the which like?
The weather.
Oh, the weather. Okay, so this is June. So this can be a mixed bag on the island. I think you can have really strong winds, which can happen, in some ways throughout the year on Santa Rosa, but you get these really strong upwelling season, spring, northwest winds. But you can also get, usually those pick up throughout the day. It can also be, you can also get very warm periods where it can get, very hot, which is actually not that comfortable on the island. But I would say June is that kind of variable. It's still some more spring type days and the occasional more summery days, but definitely layers, good clothing layers, being prepared for sun, wind, the influences of those sorts of things are important, but you can also get good weather and calm seas and, nice weather to jump in the ocean too. So
Yeah.
be prepared for all weather, says Dr. Reinemann. Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
And that can change throughout the day.
Actually, I have a question too.
Yes.
What's the best type of shoes to wear during those times?
So shoes and personal equipment, which are things that are not provided by the program, that is very important. And I think we understand that people have different, types of gear and experience on this front. You do have hiking boots. Those are great. Most of the stuff that we're doing on the island is still based out of the research station. So good day hiking shoes or even trail shoes are fine. But yes, having some comfortable outdoor footwear is definitely key, and being prepared for a fair amount of hiking. Again, we are, I think, trying to be as inclusive as possible on this, and some people may have a little more or less experience than others, and as long as folks are willing to adjust their timelines and expectations and can meet these sort of minimum requirements, that can work, but yes, good solid shoes, good socks. That's another key thing too. Yeah, hopefully that answers some of the questions. Normally, we have people visit the island for a short period of time. So there aren't, regular showers and laundry and such for the long-term folks. There will be some of that, but also expect to be in a field environment, which means you're exposed to the elements and you're getting pretty dirty. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for attending. We are revising the issues on the QR code. You should be able to get into it now. And we thank everyone for the big turnout. We're having another one of these in the same place, October 20th. Please fill out the intent to apply soon. You will be looped in that way and be ready for when that application period opens. You can contact me. You can find my email again here. It's at the research station website. If you have specific questions, but hopefully intent to apply will answer much of those as well. So yes, one more question back here.
Should we attend October 20th?
No, you don't have to. If you've been to this already, there may be only additional details, maybe related to some of the things with the tuition costs and the exact numbers of scholarships. Those will be included when it opens November 1st. The application will have the total full exhaustive detail, as basically as much as we have. So no, you don't need to attend this again, but we do encourage everybody who is really interested, try to be ahead of the curve. Try not to wait till the absolute last minute, get your applications in early, and that would be great. Okay, good. Thank you everyone for coming today. Thank you for the folks on Zoom for hanging in. Thank you, Aspen, for all your help with technical support. And we will see you all soon, and we will put the recording of this up on the YouTube channel. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you. All right.